What if the traits you've always seen as weaknesses are actually signs of a rare inner strength? According to Carl Jung, less than 5% of people share these qualities, making them one of the rarest personality types in the world. On Soul Alchemy, we explore these hidden aspects of the self to help you see your true power. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist and founder of analytical psychology, believed that true personal growth comes through the process of individuation, the integration of both conscious and unconscious aspects of the self. This journey requires developing a differentiated consciousness, where a person no longer lives only by social masks or external expectations, but begins to embody their authentic nature. Many of the traits we will explore in this video, such as deep sensitivity or active imagination, are often misunderstood in everyday life. They are seen as weaknesses, oddities, or even flaws. Yet Jung argued that these qualities are signs of an evolving psyche, markers of a person who is moving beyond superficial living into a more profound, integrated existence. Recognizing these signs not only helps us understand ourselves better but also reveals how personal transformation is connected to a greater collective evolution. One of the most striking signs of hidden attractiveness, according to Carl Jung's perspective, is emotional depth. People with emotional depth do not live on the surface of life. They perceive feelings, relationships, and experiences with an intensity that others may overlook. This makes them magnetic in a subtle way. While they may not always be the loudest or most noticeable in a crowd, their presence leaves a lasting impact. Jung's idea of individuation, the process of becoming one's true self, is strongly tied to this ability to engage with the unconscious and embrace authentic emotions. For example, imagine someone who listens to a friend not only with patience but with genuine empathy, catching the unspoken emotions between words. Such a person radiates warmth and trust, even without trying. Many people underestimate this quality, sometimes labeling deep feelers as too sensitive or overly emotional. Yet Jung would argue that this sensitivity is a strength, not a weakness. It reflects the integration of conscious and unconscious aspects of the self, which creates wholeness. Emotional depth often attracts others unconsciously because it signals authenticity and emotional intelligence. In a world that often values speed and superficiality, meeting someone who is truly present feels rare and magnetic. This is not a showy form of attraction, but a quiet power that aligns with Jung's vision of inner development. Another hidden sign of differentiated consciousness, as Jung described, is the refusal to settle for superficial answers. People with this trait are rarely satisfied with cliches, empty phrases, or ready-made explanations. When someone tells them, "That's just the way it is," they feel restless and keep digging for the real meaning. They are not trying to argue or rebel, but to uncover the deeper truth behind words, systems, and behaviors. This constant search reflects what Jung called a sacred curiosity, the inner drive to connect everyday experiences with higher patterns of meaning. For example, in conversations, such a person may ask questions that others consider unnecessary. Why do we really celebrate this tradition? Or, what does this rule actually give us? Colleagues may think they are complicating things, but in reality, they are guided by the need for authenticity. They want to align what they hear and see with something that resonates deeply inside. Jung connected this tendency with the transcendent function, the ability of the psyche to bridge opposites and create new meaning. Those who do not accept shallow answers often serve as bridges in groups, pushing discussions beyond surface-level solutions. They invite others to reflect more deeply, and sometimes their insistence on why changes the entire dynamic of a team, a friendship, or even a family. What seems like stubbornness is, in fact, a search for wholeness. Highly sensitive people often experience the world with a heightened intensity. They notice subtle details others miss, the flicker in someone's eyes, a slight change in tone, or the tension in the air. This perceptual sharpness can feel overwhelming in loud, chaotic environments, but it also gives them the ability to read situations with exceptional depth. Psychologist Aron introduced the concept of highly sensitive people, HSP, describing them as individuals whose nervous systems are more finely tuned to stimuli. For such people, what might seem ordinary to others, like background noise, emotional undercurrents, or even a crowded room, can be amplified, sometimes to the point of exhaustion. Yet this heightened sensitivity is not a weakness. On the contrary, it provides profound empathy, artistic creativity, and the ability to connect deeply with others. Carl Jung's work resonates with this idea. He emphasized that sensitivity can serve as a bridge to individuation, the process of integrating unconscious material into awareness. What others perceive as fragility may actually be the seed of profound psychological growth. Sensitive individuals are often the first to recognize hidden dynamics within relationships or groups, acting as quiet catalysts for change. For example, imagine someone at a gathering who instantly senses tension between two people before anyone else notices. While others laugh and chat, the sensitive person feels the undercurrent and perhaps even absorbs it. Although draining, this perceptive gift allows them to see the truth beneath the surface. Jung would view this as part of their unique path toward wholeness, a sign of inner richness rather than mere oversensitivity. One of the most defining traits of a rare personality is a strong sense of individuality and independence. These individuals do not simply refuse to conform out of stubbornness, rather, they consciously seek to embody their authentic selves. They resist external pressures to fit in or follow social norms that feel shallow or meaningless. This pursuit of selfhood is deeply connected to Carl Jung's concept of individuation, the process by which a person integrates conscious and unconscious aspects of the psyche to achieve wholeness. For example, a person with strong individuality may choose a career path, lifestyle, or creative endeavor that others consider unconventional, while peers might prioritize popularity or external validation. These individuals focus on aligning their choices with their inner values and long-term purpose. Their independence is not isolation, it is a deliberate, grounded expression of self-awareness. Jung emphasized that the process of individuation requires both courage and discernment. Those who walk this path often feel a quiet strength that comes from living according to their principles, rather than merely adhering to societal expectations. Their presence exudes authenticity, and while they may stand apart from the crowd, they often attract others who resonate with their sincerity and clarity. Another hallmark of rare personalities is a rich inner world, filled with vivid ideas, images, and creativity. These individuals spend significant time engaging with their thoughts, dreams, and mental imagery, often turning them into art, writing, or innovative solutions. Their inner landscape is alive with possibilities, and they frequently explore abstract concepts, symbolic meanings, and imaginative scenarios. Carl Jung's method of active imagination closely relates to this trait. He described it as a conscious engagement with the unconscious, where inner images and ideas are explored without censorship or fear. For example, someone might meditate on a recurring dream, sketch a symbolic scene, or let spontaneous thoughts guide a creative project. This practice allows them to access deep insights and foster personal growth. Active imagination is not mere daydreaming. It is a disciplined dialogue with the unconscious that fosters self-discovery and emotional integration. Those who cultivate this ability often generate original ideas and solutions, seeing patterns and connections that others miss. In Jungian terms, it is a bridge between the inner world and conscious action, enabling rare personalities to manifest their depth in tangible ways. One of the most advanced signs of a rare personality is the conscious awareness of one's shadow, the hidden, often darker aspects of the self. Unlike those who suppress or ignore uncomfortable traits, individuals with shadow integration acknowledge their fears, insecurities, and impulses. They explore these parts without judgment, understanding that true growth comes from facing, rather than avoiding, what lies beneath the surface. Carl Jung emphasized that the shadow is not inherently negative. It contains both untapped potential and repressed qualities. By integrating the shadow, rare personalities achieve wholeness and balance. For example, someone might recognize a tendency toward jealousy or anger, reflect on its origins, and channel that energy constructively in relationships or creative work. This conscious confrontation transforms potential weakness into strength. Shadow integration also enhances empathy and emotional intelligence. These individuals are less likely to project their issues onto others because they have accepted them internally. They understand that embracing all aspects of themselves, light and dark, is essential for authentic living. In essence, their awareness of the shadow allows them to navigate life with depth, resilience, and integrity, making them rare in both perception and capability. Another sign of a rare personality is a preference for a few profound connections rather than many shallow ones. These individuals invest time, energy, and emotional depth into relationships that truly resonate with their values and inner world. They seek authenticity and mutual understanding, often forming bonds that last a lifetime. For example, someone with this trait might have only a handful of close friends but share with them a level of honesty, trust, and vulnerability that others rarely experience. They are not interested in accumulating acquaintances or social approval. Their focus is on meaningful exchanges that enrich both parties. Carl Jung noted that deep relationships serve as mirrors to the self, revealing aspects of our personality that might otherwise remain hidden. By engaging in emotionally rich connections, rare personalities refine their understanding of themselves and others. This dedication to depth over breadth creates a support network that is both resilient and nurturing. These individuals often become the emotional anchors in their social circles, offering insight, empathy, and guidance. Their loyalty and attentiveness are not signs of dependency but of conscious choice. By prioritizing quality over quantity, they cultivate relationships that provide lasting fulfillment, demonstrating that rare personalities value emotional richness over superficial interaction. One of the most profound traits of a rare personality is a deep sense that their uniqueness is tied to the evolution of human consciousness. These individuals often feel a calling to live authentically, explore their potential fully, and contribute to the broader understanding of life. Their path is not about fame, recognition, or external rewards. It is about aligning their personal growth with something larger than themselves. Carl Jung famously wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." For rare personalities, this idea is not abstract. It is a guiding principle. They recognize that embracing their distinctiveness, quirks, and depth is both a personal responsibility and a contribution to the collective consciousness. For example, a person might dedicate themselves to creating art, teaching, or pioneering new ways of thinking, motivated not by external approval but by the awareness that their insights and actions can subtly shift the understanding of those around them. This sense of purpose fuels resilience and perseverance, allowing them to navigate challenges without losing sight of their mission. Ultimately, this evolutionary awareness fosters a rare combination of humility and confidence. They understand that their individuality is a gift, a tool for exploration, and a means to elevate collective human awareness. It is both a personal journey and a contribution to the broader tapestry of consciousness, setting them apart as uniquely rare and profoundly impactful. If you recognized even a few of these traits in yourself, know this: you are not too much. You are rare. Many people with these qualities spend years feeling broken or out of place, believing their intensity or sensitivity is a flaw. In reality, these traits mark a breakthrough, an advanced, evolved way of perceiving and interacting with the world. Embracing them is not a weakness but a path toward authenticity, depth, and meaningful connection. Remember this: you are not broken. You are a force of transformation. Those rare few who feel deeply, think profoundly, and live authentically are the ones quietly shaping the future of human consciousness. Embrace your intensity, honor your sensitivity, and trust the path of your uniqueness. If this video resonated with you, subscribe to Soul Alchemy and share your story in the comments. Your experience matters and can inspire others who feel the same. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself.